मेरे यूट्यूब चैनल एडवोकेट प्रदीप शुक्ला में मैंने बहुत टाइम पहले प्रोबेट व्हील वगैरह पे बहुत सारे वीडियो अपलोड किए थे एंड सोशल मीडिया पे भी डाले थे। मगर आज ऐसा इंसिडेंट हुआ कि मुझे लगा वापस ये इन्फॉर्मेशन देना ज़रूरी है। वन ऑफ द क्लाइंट के सोसाइटी में नॉमिनेशन था और पिताजी गुजर गए। नॉमिनी वॉज सन एंड ही वॉज फाइटिंग and the society asked for my opinion whether will means the flat can be transferred in his name in view of the nomination. I said yes, as a nominee he is entitled, but he will not be the owner of the property. Means suppose he wants to sell or deal with the property, he has no right. Nomination is not the ownership of the property, and on that point the client was just intelligently arguing. And then I just thought it's better to bring to the notice of most of the people who may not be aware about it. See, first of all, my advice to everybody is that by the time you reach 40, 45, most of the things are settled in your life. And that is the right time कि अपना विल बनाना चाहिए. ना विल इम्पोर्टेंस क्यों है कि अगर विल नहीं बनाया है तो डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ प्रॉपर्टी will be definitely a dispute among the heirs, and better to do it in a specific way. In the will there are specific mentions to be done that if you are excluding a particular person, maybe son, maybe daughter, that should be, reasons should be recorded. Now will is not required to be registered, but still I advise it is better to register a will, so that so many questions which a will can be challenged are overcome by just registration of the will. Now, even if the will is registered, that does not mean that you cannot change subsequently. The person owner has a right to change will as many as time he or she wants. But a very important thing is that will has to be there. Now, what is to be done about the will? Generally, no stamp paper is required, no registration required. Anything written by hand, witnessed by two witnesses, is sufficient to constitute as a will. In will, there should be specification, no ambiguity, no general. There are instances which I get the matters where the father has said, "Bhai, this is the property to be distributed equally among my two heirs." Now, distributing equally among two heirs is a very dangerous thing unless there is a unity in those two heirs. But the property is such that if suppose one of them wants to sell it off and buy another property and second one is not agreeable, ये particularly ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि one son and one daughter is there. Now suppose the daughter wants, but son-in-law means जवाई राज को वह मंजूर नहीं है. Then also, so will maybe आपको लगे कि will में क्या है, लिखना ही है ना, but उनका consequences of your statements in the will is to be understood. So it should be so clarifying that किसी को भी पढ़ने से पता चल जाए. Now just because there is a will जिसके फेवर में प्रॉपर्टी लिखा है, he or she will not become the owner. It is compulsorily probate has to be there, because transfer of property act don't agree to the fact that just because there is a will. Now, in spite of all such things, there are chances that the will may be challenged. But for the person challenging the will, if it is properly done, the chances for that person to succeed is very remote chances. So my request to all, I will also put this in social media so that many people who are not aware about this also will think of it. Thank you.